you should have either your study sheet with all the ratios, or you should have this formula sheet ready. Okay. Um, so first thing you look at is I'm going from feet to yards. You should recognize that it's the same system, right? It's imperial, right? You go look it up. So I will write down that number, and then I'll go times, that's times, line. I know that feet are going to go here because I want to get rid of those feet. And which one is the one that relates yards and feet? Well, 1 yard has 3 feet. So you put the 1 yard up here, you put the 3 down here with feet, you cancel, and it is really, watch this, 18.75 times 1 divided by 3. The reason why I go times 1 is because down the road in higher grades, when you see a number other than 1 here, you should multiply it, right? Like the 9/5, right? The Celsius and the Fahrenheit one, that's what you're doing, right? So 18.75 is essentially just divided by 3, so that's 6.25 yards. So that's what you can put in here. I don't need you to put it in here. That's just the format that I use to present the question. So we call these all one step because you're just like, boom, it's done, okay? Then there's miles to feet. You write down the 1.9 mile times, put the line down, and now I'm drawing a blank, must be afternoon. Okay, sorry, miles there because I want to cancel it. You recognize that I'm staying within the imperial system. I want to cancel it. I go look on my study sheet and I go, okay, there's 1 mile and I want feet. So the 1 mile goes here and the 5280 feet go up here because you want to cancel the miles. That's how simple it is. And now it's 1.9 times 5280. And that is 10,032 feet. And that's what would go in there, but that's fine with me. Just leave it there. Okay. So that's how the step questions work. And you can do it. Okay. Trust me. And it's gonna be hard work for some of you, right? For some of you, it's gonna be hard work, and I feel for you, right? Online learning, math isn't your thing, you know. You can do it though. You can do the math if you put your efforts into it. All right. So I encourage you to not give up. Right. I will help you as much as I can on my end. Okay. And there are no final exams this year, but I am thinking about something at the end, like shorter tests that will allow you to maybe boost your mark if you want a higher mark. Okay. 18 feet to inches. So I put down the 18 feet. We're staying within the imperial system. I will say this. I know that, right, feet will have to go down here. And then you go look up your study sheet. 1 foot has 12 inches. Cancel, cancel. So it's really 18 times 12. That's what it is. And that's 216 inches. Done. And this one here, you should know that 1 tick is feet and 2 like that, that's inches, okay? So this is when you're going from multiple to 1 unit, right? So you've got, in the imperial system, quite often that'll be the case, right? They'll do feet and inches. In the metric system, we just use decimals, right? Like 1.5 meters is 1.5, right? In the imperial, you can't say that. If you're a couple of feet and then whatever inches, right? Um, so 7 feet 5 inches. You take the feet, right? And you do the same thing. You almost treat it as like one question there. And you know that the feet will go down here. So it's 1 foot 12 inches because that's what you want. You want inches. Okay, cancel that out. And then we're just going to add 5 inches, which is this one right here. We're just going to bring it down there. And this is, we convert there. So 7 times 12 is 84, right? So we go 84 plus 5, right? Because this all turns into 84, and the 5 is there, and that's 89 inches. You're done. And if all else doesn't register, it's always like when you go from feet to inches, it's always times 12. So 7 times 12 plus 5. I'm okay with that. But I need you to have a way to remember that, right? Let's do the metric. Okay, so we're going from kilometers to meters. You should have King Henry in mind here. King Henry died. By the way, this is deca by drinking, that's your meter. And this is deci, so D shows up twice. This is decimeter, this is decameter, okay? Drink by drinking chocolate milk, okay? So we're going from kilometers to meters. So we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sorry, we're going to meters, not millimeters. Kilometers, let's try it again. Kilometers, 1, 2, 3. We're going 3 decimals to the right. So basically just write down the number without the decimal and you just go 1, 2, 3. It goes right here. And make a nice visible decimal right there. And if there are any valleys, either in front or behind, you fill those with zeros. Okay? And that's how many meters would be in 3.52 kilometers. Millimeters to meters, so all you're doing is shifting the decimal, okay? Millimeters is right here. We're gonna go 1, 2, 3 to the left. So you can do it right here if you like. 1, 2, 3, it goes there. So just copy that, 0.35425 of a meter. And we tend to leave all decimals there, but if you were to write down 0.35, that is fine, okay? Don't worry about it too much. But this should be on your study sheet because the metric is so easy to convert if you just know what you're doing. Let's do 2 steps. So the worksheet for tomorrow, right, will be, the first page will be tons and tons of this stuff, okay? I have like probably 15 or more of just various conversions. moving from one step to two steps, okay? And then the back will probably be composite shapes, you know, the L shape, the rectangle with the semicircle, you know, either added or cut out. And so you just have to know how to do that. Okay, let's probably do these two and maybe one more and then we're done for today. So meters to inches, can't do it, right? Can't do in one step. Okay, you can't do that. But what you can do is convert this to centimeters. We can go from meters to centimeters, and then we do have one that takes us to inches, right? And so we're going to take the 18.4, which is in meters. When we convert it to centimeters, what happens? We're going from meters to centimeters. So 1, 2, right? Like you add, it shifts 2 decimals, right? So 1, 2, like that. So that's 1840 centimeters. And then to convert that to inches, I will do this, right? And you want centimeters here because you want to cancel that out. So as soon as you go into imperial, you're going to have to do this, okay? So it's 2.54 centimeters. And up here you have 1 inch. You cancel out the centimeters, and centimeters is now gone. So it's essentially 1840 divided by 2.54. That's 724.41. That's your final answer there. And this is just one way. You could have turned your meters to yards, and then from yards to inches. Absolutely. That is absolutely fine. And you will get the same answer. Okay. Let's do one more and then we'll call it a day for today. Okay. So feet to centimeters. Can't do, right? Cannot do it in one step. But what do I have? If you look at your inventory, I have one that gets me from feet to meters, right? There is one that takes me from feet to meters. Like look at here. Here. There's inches to centimeters, feet to meters right here. So I'm going to take that approach, right? So 37 feet times, you want feet here. You know that 1 foot has 0.3048 meters. You're going to cancel the feet, and so it's 37 times this is your answer there. And that's 11.2. Let's be careful here. We're not done yet. So we're not going to round it just yet. That's meters. I apologize for that. So I'm going to rewrite it here. 11.2776 meters. Don't round it yet because you're not done. What happens when you go from meters to centimeters? Well, we'll go here, right? Meters to centimeters. So 1, 2. The decimal is going to shift 2 places. So 1, 2. There it is. So it's 1127.76 centimeters. There it is. and there you're done. So this would be 1 mark here and then another mark to get it there, or 1.5, it depends. Okay. All right, so we're gonna end here. So tomorrow, go to when you join, go to Google Classroom and classwork, and there'll be a review worksheet that deals with this. All right. Thank you for your time.